This past May, we went to Quito, Ecuador.
On our task force, we went with the soccer team to Mexico.
I went to Ecuador. We went to Quito, Ecuador for the task force trip.
On our task force trip, we spent our time in Mexico, mainly in 2 cities. We went to Querétaro, and we spent some time in Puebla as well.
We worked with an organization called Mexico Vive with a guy, a native Mexican named Saul, who started an organization there to impact his community there through soccer camps or sports camps, and also through his church.
I think for the whole team, the purpose was to go and work and help alongside a church, and that involved physical labor, and it also involved relational just connection with the people there.
The purpose of going to Mexico was to spend some time in pre-season training. So we got a lot of opportunities to train and to practice, as well as having some scrimmages with some of the local teams. But also, and mainly, we were there to spread the gospel through soccer, and that's what we had the opportunity to do.
My favorite service project that we did had to be working with the national blind Mexican soccer team. We got a chance to train with them, to just experience what they do on every day, see how hard it is for them to play soccer blind, and just be able to be a part of their world and them teach what they love to do to something that we do every day, but it's so different than what we do.
My favorite service project would probably be the taking down of the wall, because I got to know my teammates better, and I also was able to create a connection with the people that I was working alongside with. And I say this because as we were taking down the wall, we were just like taking it down and just like, you know, being like slaves and like working like the 8 hours, but we would work a little bit, talk, relate to each other, work a little bit more, and then we would do that back and forth. So it kind of made the day go a little bit by faster, but at the same time we were trying to invest our hearts into theirs and be able to just gain a little bit more about what their background was and how their life was there in Quito.
I got to sit and have a conversation with Nelson, and the words just flowed. Like, it was just, I wouldn't have been able to do that by myself. It was totally a God thing with me being able to actually communicate with him and not really even struggling with understanding what he was telling me about his family, and he was asking me about my family, and it was just amazing that God can work even through something as big as a language barrier, because I mean, how many good conversations can you have with someone that speaks a different language than you, other than with God? So that was really cool. I just think it showed me, like, if God wants to do something, he's gonna do it. So if God wants me to be able to speak Spanish for 15 minutes easily, he's gonna let me do that, because there has not been a point to this day when I can speak it that easily.
Something that impacted me a lot was Saul. He was the leader of the organization, and he hosted us there, and just seeing him boldly proclaim the gospel after every soccer session. He was very passionate about it. And also we spent some Sundays at his church where he preached, and the message that he delivered was really impactful, and it meant a lot to me.
The moment that impacted me a lot was during the church services. We got to experience 2 church services while we were there, led by Saul, the Mexico Vive. And it was really cool, even though they were really quite long, but it was awesome to experience them singing in a different language, the same God that I do, but also them wanting to sing in English and experiencing that together with our team. It was a really cool bonding moment for all our teammates, and just to be able to be together in a completely different country, but worshiping the same God is an amazing experience.
If I had a friend that was interested in task force, I'd tell them to definitely do it. It's an opportunity for growth, both in stretching what you're comfortable with, and learning about different cultures, and learning to use your abilities and your platform to share the gospel with other people.
It's a great opportunity to be able to see the world in a different perspective, and be able to see how God is in another community rather than in the U.S.
Do it. Go outside of your comfort zone. You're not gonna regret it. It's an amazing experience. I'm not just saying that because I went on one, but I truly encourage you. It's gonna challenge you and stretch you in ways that you've never been stretched before. before.
It's such an eye-opening experience just to be able to see God in a different culture, to get out of your comfort zone and to really embrace something that's different than what you're used to.